Okay, so for this part, let's talk about specific um, components of the immune system. Pero dito, we will be dealing with the adaptive immune system. So as what was mentioned on earlier parts of the video, na when we say adaptive immune system, it is a part of the immune system that adapted to previous exposure. So dapat mayroong previous exposure from a certain bacteria or certain foreign material that allow the immune system to recognize it and then create a directed immune response against it. So, dyan papasok yung important role of the antibodies. So, the antibodies are glycoprotein, so they are released by our plasma cells. So, ano nga yung plasma cells? They are a mature version or differentiated version of the B lymphocytes. So, ito yung specific part na merong talagang indicator ng specific organism or specific structure. So, for our immune system to create a directed specific structure in the form of antibody against a certain foreign material, so kailangan may exposure or recognition of an certain protein or certain part of that foreign body. So, yun yung tinatawag natin na antigen. So, you can see here an illustration of the basic structure of an immunoglobulin. So, si immunoglobulin is another term for the antibody. So, they are immune proteins. So, meron makikita kayo dito. This is the basic structure of an antibody. So, meron siyang two pairs or 4 glycoprotein chain. So, merong heavy chain, so ito na part, and then merong light chain. And in between the light chain and the heavy chain, there is what we call as the antigen binding site. So, itong antigen binding site, ito yung parang lock and key version ng antibody and antigen. So, this is actually called a paratope. So, this will bind to the antigen na na-recognize ng immune system. So, in terms of structure, meron siyang connection with each other. For example, this one, hinge region between the two heavy chains and the two light chains. So, the upper part of this Y-shaped structure, as parang schematically assumed na lang by scientists na yung upper part dito, yung parang sa may Y, ito, that's the antigen binding portion or also termed as Fab portion. So, dito, dyan mababind yung antigen. While the lower part naman, so mostly heavy chain lang, that is what we call as the cell receptor binding or the FC region. So, this one is the part of the antibody that is recognized by components of the immune system. So, if ever you're able to read in your references na may nakalagay na the WBC is bound to the FC portion of the antibody, it means na ito yan na part. So, this one also, the heavy chain, allows the identity of the antibody. Bakit identity? Kasi meron tayong different types or subclasses of antibody depending on the heavy chains. Ngayon yung sinasabi natin na different antibody classes. So, we have 5. Meron tayong tinatawag na IgG, IgM, IgA, and IgD, and IgE. So, these antibodies are segregated in different parts of the body. So, si IgG and IgM, mostly sila yung directed towards a certain specific infection. M is a pentameric structure of an antibody. So, this one is usually released on first few phases of infections. Ito yung first antibody produced in the initial immune response. So this one also activates the complement. So as mentioned kanina, yung complement magbabind sa halimbawa bacteria and make holes on the cell membrane of that bacteria. And usually, ang isa sa mga palatandaan ni complement na bacteria yun ay pwede ring antigen-antibody binding. Well, for the next phases of the infection, yung medyo chronic, that will now be upon the class IgG. So this one exists as a monomer, and this actually comprises 75 to 85% ng mga antibody in the plasma. Kasi siya yung constantly na chronically present. So, ang isa sa mga specific characteristics ni IgG, it can enter the fetal circulation in the pregnant women. So, this is particularly important if the mother lacks the antigen that the fetus has, and then meron siyang corresponding antibody against that specific antigen, so pwede niyang ma-attack si fetus. And also, at the same time, aside from that, these types of antibody, when it crosses the placenta and enters the fetal circulation, also serves as parang initial protection ng fetus after birth kung hindi pa siya capable of creating its own antibodies. So, yung functions niya mostly neutralizes antigen and activates phagocytosis and a more specific or increased level of immune response compared to IgM. So, ang other types of antibody naman, si IgA, so this is the main type of antibody class na nagre-reside sa secretions like saliva, milk, tears, and other mucosa. While si IgD naman and si IgD is usually a receptor of the B lymphocyte. So, kasama siya with IgM na first na nag-appear sa surface ng plasma cell after initial activation. While si IgE, E for allergy, so that's for bound siya to the surface of mast cells and basophils, and also it is involved in destroying parasitic worms. And actually, this is involved in yung tinatawag natin na exaggerated allergic response or anaphylaxis. So those are the different classes of antibody: IgG, IgM, IgA, IgT, and IgE. So, three of them, si G, D, and E, so they exist as a monomer, while si IgA, it can exist as a dimer, meaning dalawang monomer, and si IgM naman exists as a pentamer. So, what are other functions of antibody? So, it can allow neutralization. So, it will cover biologically active part of the microbe or toxin. So, for example, ganito. And then, matatrigger na ngayon yung complement activation. Pwede yun. Or naman prevent yung toxic effect of this particular foreign body. Or agglutination. So, for example, allowing cross-linking between cells kasi nag-bind na yung FAB portion to two different antigens from two different bacteria, so that forms a clump and it's easier to be detected by our other immune system parts. And precipitation naman, it allows cross-linking between particles, for example, yung toxins, and making it an insoluble antigen-antibody complex. This now can be harmful if it deposits into the tissue. Pwede naman siyang maging beneficial if kaya lang siyang i-get rid of our body. Next naman, this is an exposed Fc portion. So, sabi natin, yan yung part na nagbabind sa components of the immune system. Halimbawa, complement. So, it will allow lyse of this by creating holes, or pwede rin siyang maging opsonin So it will bind with the antigen, and yung Fc naman mo bind sa WBC, and it will serve as a bridge for the WBC to phagocytose the bacteria, while this one, activation of NK cell naman for destroying virus-infected cells. So those are different functions of the immune system cells. Specifically yung, antibody. Okay. So in terms of specific immune system cells, meron tayong T cells and B cells. So the T lymphocytes, they make up approximately 75% of circulating lymphocytes, and they are long-lived, and meron silang T cell receptor. So they will bind to antigens if there is an MHC molecule. So the T cell receptors are MHC restricted. So meaning, kailangan ng antigen-presenting cell na may MHC na magpe-present kay T cell for the T cell to recognize that antigen and formulate an immune response against it. Kaya siya tinatawag na MHC restricted. So we have different types of T cells. Merong helper T cell, cytotoxic T cell, yung regulatory T cell, and gamma delta T cell. So si helper T cell, also known as CD4+, so they will bind to what we call as MHC class 2 molecule. So dapat yung antigen presenting cell, ang present na MHC molecule sa kanya ay class 2, so that the T cell, helper T cell, will recognize and accept the antigen na binibigay sa kanya. So ano ang function ni helper T cell? It activates B cells, macrophage, and cytotoxic T lymphocytes by cytokine. So it might form some of the memory T helper cells. So also, this is involved in antigen presentation of exogenous antigens, bawa mga bacteria. While cytotoxic T lymphocyte naman, CD8 plus T cell, so ito yung cell surface receptor, will bind to MHC1 molecules mostly on virus-infected or tumor cells and trigger apoptosis. So si CD8 T cell usually is involved in endogenous antigens. So, example na yung mga antigens na engulf ng cells kasi doon nagmultiply yung virus. So, that's CD4 versus CD8 T cell. So, take note na ang ina-attack ng tinatawag nating human immunodeficiency virus ay si CD4+. So, kumukonti yung helper T cells present when there is an infection with HIV. The next naman is the adaptive immune system na other two types of T cells, regulatory T cell and gamma delta T cell. So, this one is more of self-tolerance and homeostasis. So, pipigilan niya yung excessive immune response. Kaya tinatawag siyang regulatory T cell. So, take note of the CD25. So, yan yung present sa reg T cells. While gamma delta T cells naman, they are localized to epithelia and usually they function as immune cells. So, ano yung surface receptor nila ay gamma delta T cell receptor chains. Cells naman, so they came from the bone marrow. They develop in bursa equivalent organs like bone marrow and gut. So they represent only 20 to 30% of circulating lymphocytes and they are responsible for antibody production. So yun yung immunoglobulin. And that part is referred to as humoral immunity, meaning substances or proteins secreted or fluid-like substances. Unlike yung T cell or T lymphocyte, that's a cell type of immune mechanism or cellular immunity. So what are the other features of B cells? Merong B cell receptor, mostly the antigen-specific IgM, like yung sinabi natin kanina, and IgD. And most of them express MHC class 2 molecules. And ano yung surface markers niya? CD9, CD19, and CD20 yung medyo specific for B cells. So take note of these kasi these are some of the identifying characteristics of some abnormalities related to B cells. And again, some of them can be plasma cells and then secrete antibodies eventually. Okay, so this is an illustration of T cells, so members of the cell-mediated immunity naman, and B cells, members of the humoral immunity. So ito yung B cell receptor. So this is in the form of an antibody monomer. So that's your immune system.